Hi everybody, welcome back to Starfield, and in this beginner's guide tutorial I want to talk about fast travel, because you might not have realised how many of the amazing ways that you can move around this game. Obviously you can take your time and you can walk around, you can fly your ship everywhere and do that sort of stuff, but you don't need to. It is incredibly convenient. Well, the first thing is when you're in your missions, often if you go into a mission you can just launch from that particular mission. So say for example we wanted to do this one, to speak to Admiral Logan, we would just select that one so it's blue. See how it's gone blue there? It's got a little blue line next to it, and then we could just say X to set the course, and depending on how far away it was we could then just jump there and we would be well on our way. If it's beyond our light capability then we might have to do it in a couple, but that's incredibly easy. So you can do something like that if you want to as well. But also when you're actually in game, if you kind of bring up your scanner, you can see various points that you've already visited. Now this only works for where you've already visited. In this particular case, I've been wandering across the map and I found this science outpost, and now I'm like, oh, I want to go back to the ship. So what I can do is I can just look at the ship icon and then press A on my controller. It says fast travel to there. I could say yep, or I could fast travel to that landing area, which happens to be the same place. Or I could, there is also a base over there, but it's I think it's kind of in the way, an outpost that we could go to, so we could do that as well. Or if we press RB on our controller, we can bring up the map, and what you can see on the map is straight away there's fast travel to ship under Y. And that's very handy, say if you're on somewhere like New Atlantis or any of the planets where there's a number of different areas where you don't want to have to take the subway to get back to your ship, but you want to go to your ship because maybe you want to muck around with the cargo or something like that, or your research station. You know, you can just press Y, and then we will fast travel straight back to the ship, and we can do that way. So that's really cool. But even then, you don't need to. You don't even need to do that sort of thing. If we bring up the star map again, like so, what you can do is if we press B to go back to the system. Let's say I wanted to go back to New Atlantis and go to somewhere on the main planet there. So we want to go back to Alpha Centauri. So we just select that one. There we go. Let's just select that. Click on Alpha Centauri. That will take us into the system. Then we go to the planet, which is Jemison. And then we can go round to the lodge. Let's say we want to go to the commercial district because we wanted to buy some stuff. So we can just say press A, set landing target. Now we're not actually landing in the commercial district. We'll be landing at the spaceport. And then our character will have taken the subway to get to the commercial district, but we don't have to do that. Now you can do that because it's very immersive, obviously, to do that sort of stuff and wander around in the game. But as you'll see in a few seconds, once this is loaded up, we'll be in the commercial district of New Atlantis. There we go, we're in the commercial district, so we could go up to the UC distribution centre, buy some stuff, and then we could quite simply, and there's a few different ways of doing this. Again, we could bring up the surface map like that, and we've just got fast travel to ship under Y, or we could go down to that one, New Atlantis, fast travel to there, because I know that if we fast travel to here, this plonks us right outside our ship. So maybe you would want to do that in order to go, we could jump back in the ship like so, or we could jump over here, we could sell some stuff at the Trade Authority kiosk, and do that sort of stuff. So this is one of the things that I think that makes Starfield so fun to play, is the fact that yes, you can get into your ship and you can launch it up to orbit, and then you could do a jump to somewhere close, say a moon or a planet close. Well, you actually don't actually jump, you just fly there. Or you can do a jump to another planet and then you can choose to land on the planet. You can do all that sort of stuff. Or you can just go into your missions and you can directly jump to somewhere from there, or you can go into the star map and you can just select either sort of planets and systems to jump to there, or specific cities and places you've already visited and you can get there straight away, which is pretty amazing. So to finish off, let me just show you this. So we're currently on Alpha Centauri, but let's say I wanted to go back to my outpost, which is out in the Cheyenne system. And you know there's an outpost there because it's got that kind of little chopped off pyramid sign. So we select Cheyenne, I select it again, that will take us in. Now we know my outpost is, we got to zoom in a bit with the trigger, my outpost is there on Kodos, so we just select that, we zoom into Kodos, we just move around the planet, and it's outpost 1, set landing target, land there, give it a few seconds, and any place you've already visited you can do this. So I could go back to Mars, I could go back to the moon, go back to Earth, any place you've already visited, or somewhere that you've discovered as well on the planet as well, you could go back there. And this is especially useful, there we go, so we're back here, this is especially useful for places, for example, maybe you've got halfway through an objective at a mission, and maybe you had to abandon it because you ran out of ammunition or you ran out of meds or something like that. Hello, how you doing?
How are you, Dusty?
Doing very well. So there we go. That is kind of a taster of the fast travel that you can do around Starfield, which I think is pretty amazing, and makes the game such a pleasure to play and so easy, and takes a lot of the frustration that you get out of these games where you've got to, they become walking simulators, where with this one you can treat it like a walking simulator, or you can fast travel to different places. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and of course I'll see you again soon.